Hey there, it's Rodney with E-Fishing. Welcome back. Today, we're in the kitchen. It's lunchtime, and yesterday we caught a little bit of a bycatch. So, hang on, we're gonna go show you what we caught, and then later, we're gonna show you how we fix it up for lunch. We'll see you out on the lake.
Check that out. Saugeye. That's the dinner box.
How was that? Catching a saugeye. Now, I've caught a few of these things before, but I've never eaten one. I've eaten sauger and walleye, and they've always been delicious, but never had a saugeye. So, here we are. Here's our fillets that we got from it, and here's what we're going to use to fix this thing up. First, we got this cast iron skillet. We got some canola oil here to use. And here's the secret sauce. This is real easy. Anybody can do this. Go find you some of this stuff. Weisenberger's fish batter mix. It's really good. It's easy, and it's good. Y'all trust me on this one. And the other thing you're going to need, some of this, some Lowry's seasoned salt. This just adds a little bit of flavor to that Weisenberger, and you can go from there. Other things you're going to need a spoon and a couple buns to make you a fish sandwich. How about that? Now, let's get to cooking. But the first thing we're going to do before we get to cooking, we're going to fix these fillets up here. Now, sauger and walleye and apparently saugeye, if you feel down the center here, especially right above where the rib cage would be on both of these, there's a little bit of bones down in there. So we're going to cut them things out and make this to where we got some boneless fillets here. So hold on, we'll be right back. All right, so here we are. We're going to fix these fillets up. And the easiest way to do this, I think, an old timer showed me this one time, is to come back here to what would be the tail of your fish and make 2 cuts right above this crease here where it separates this out. And I hadn't done this in a while, so let's see how this still works. And you take that and you start pulling on it, and it pulls right out like that. So now this piece right here is completely boneless. I'm gonna take this piece and pull. Oh, piece broke there. So let's make another little cut here. And let's pull this on out there. There'll be a little nugget But this piece now is completely boneless. And if you feel in here, you might be able to see them little bones in there. Now we got some boneless fillets. There's our bad piece. Let's set this over here. Let's try this on this other piece. So we'll cut that off there. That'll be a little snack while we eat. Make that cut. And that cut right there. Make another cut right there like that. And pull that out. And you can feel it. It's all nice and boneless. Now we still got this piece right here. We're going to see how that pulls off. We'll pull that right out there. We got another little nugget here for a snack. So now we've got 4 completely boneless pieces of meat. How about that? Now, let's get to cooking. All right, first thing we're going to do, we're going to get our oil to heat up here. So we're going to pour some in this cast iron skillet, about like that. And we're going to turn our stove on a little, about a little past medium, just to get that heating up. Now, while we're getting that heating up, we're going to take our fish batter here, our Weisenberger fish batter mix. We're going to put some of it in this bowl here. And again, this is the easiest fish recipe you'll ever have. So we're going to scoop some out, and the amount that you scoop out is going to be the amount that you need to cover your fish. So if you got a lot of fish, you're going to need more. If you got a little fish like we do, you know, about like that. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our Lowry's. And we're just going to sprinkle it on top like that. See if y'all get a good view of that. About like that. I'm going to take our spoon that we had and we're just going to mix all this up. And we're going to set that to the side there. Set our buns over here till we need them. Put this knife in the sink. And we'll set our fish right there ready to go. Now, take a couple paper towels and just kind of dry this fish off a little bit so it's not too wet. Dry our cutting board off. And meanwhile, remember our oil is heating up over here. All right, there we go. So we don't want to eat that. Here's what we got. So we're going to take our fish and we're just going to dredge it in this flour. I think that's the right culinary term. And then we're going to set it right here like that. We're going to take our next piece and we're going to dredge all these up and get them good and coated in this Weisenberger fish batter mix. All right. we got all our pieces. Oh, we got our little nuggets here. Don't forget them. Set them right there like that. Now, we'll be back when that oil gets hot. Hang on. All right, y'all see how that sizzled up there? If you put your hand, this is how you know when your oil's ready. If you put your hand on it a couple inches above it and it's pretty warm, and take some of your flour and sprinkle in there and it starts sizzling, it's ready to start frying fish. So here we go. So we got our fillet. We're going to dip it back into our flour again, just to get a nice coating on it. All right. And we're going to lay it in that hot grease like that. Take our other fillet. And always put your biggest fillets in, your biggest pieces of fish in first, because they'll take a little longer than your smaller pieces. Piece in there. Don't forget about our little nuggets here. Lay them in right like that. Lay all this stuff to the side. Now, the important thing about frying fish is to leave it alone. Let it fry on one side. So I got me a fork, and we're gonna flip that over here and just flip them over here in just a few minutes. So hang on. Yeah, remember, let this stuff fry. Don't be poking at it and flipping it and all that stuff too soon. You'll know when it's about right. So after your fish has been cooking for a little while, look at it on the sides here, and if it starts looking like it's starting to get done on the sides, it's probably time to start flipping it. So take your little nuggets there, because they're going to cook quicker. And flip them over and see what they look like. They don't look like they're quite ready for the bigger pieces yet. We want them to be brown when we flip them over. All right, we're gonna look at this big piece here and see if it's ready to flip. So just take your fork and look at it. Nope, it's not quite ready yet. It needs to cook a little bit longer. Make sure your pieces aren't touching either. That's not good. You want that oil to go around them as much as possible. Alright, while this is cooking, I'm going to turn the toaster oven off. And we're going to toast them buns up just a little bit. Alright, we got our buns. They're going in the toaster oven, and we'll be good to go in just a few minutes. Let's check our fish out and see what we got. Oh yeah, see how that's nice and brown? That's when it's ready to flip over. Flip all these pieces over. Like so. I believe we're getting there. Everything's coming together nicely. sure you keep an eye on your buns. You don't want them to get burnt. Now, the second side probably won't take as long. Keep an eye on it. I think our little nuggets are done. So we're going to just take them out and set them on the plate there. Let's look at our bread here, see how we're doing. Look at them. That's looking good. I think we're going to cut that off so they don't toast up anymore, but that looks good. Let's go back to our fish. Flip this over and see what we're looking like. Oh yeah. I think that side's doing pretty good. Flip it back over for just a minute. We're just about done, folks. See how nice and brown that is? We're about there. All right, here's one way I like to test to see if my fish is done. Is if you flip it over and it doesn't really start splattering and spewing a whole lot, I think we're done with this fish. So we're going to cut our stove off and get our little plate here. We're going to set our fish on this paper towel. Let that oil drain off. Right, like that. All right, here we go. Let's plate them up. I'm not real fancy, so we're just going to take a piece of fish. We're going to set it on there like that. We're going to put that on there like so. It'll stay. And we're going to take our other one. We'll put our piece of fish on there, right like that. There we go. 2 fish sandwiches. How about that? Well, there we go. We got 2 fish sandwiches. Next time you see me, I'm going to be at the table getting ready to eat these things up. Stay tuned. We'll let you know how they are. Well, here we are. We're at the table. We got our fish sandwich. Let's have a bite. Let's see how we did. Oh my goodness. That's pretty tasty. Guys, y'all catch a saugeye, put that thing in your live well, take it home, make you a fish sandwich for lunch. You can't beat it. I hope you guys are hungry now, and go catch you some fish, bring it home, fry it up, have a fish sandwich. Till next time, I'm Rodney with eFishing. Thanks for stopping by. Hit that like button, that subscribe button. Share this with your buddies out there. Let them know how good the saugeye is. It's really good. Go get you some. Anyways, until next time, stay tuned. Watch the next video coming up. We're out.